Hello, everybody, and you good, wonderful gamers out there. Sorry that I'm about an hour late. I had someone who just wanted to talk my ear off, and I was like, no. And they were like, yes. So I let them do it, and here we are. Yep, here we are. So, today we are going to go through the character creation of the Army of Darkness TTRPG. Before I start showing off the book, we are going to show off some really cool stuff here, like the so-called character sheet, which I have in a paint program, and I'm going to edit it through the paint program. So, let's go to the share. The share. I literally am pulling this up. Why the fuck can I not pull it up? Really? It doesn't... Huh. Okay, let's try another said thing. Alright, regular paint, does that work? Oh shit, I just closed it. And yes, I'm using paint to help make the edits. Alright, let's see if that works. Oh, that works, but I can't do anything else, it seems like. What usefulness OBS is when you are trying to literally... There we go. And then we're going to blow it up. There we go. Army of Darkness. Haha. Okay, so, I did pull this up. Oh, I'm going to get this away from my picture for a minute. Let's see if I can just pull it over. There we go. Got these things hugging my screen for the most part. Okay. So, so this is the Army of Darkness character sheet. And, we're going to do a character creation today and show you how character creation works. Alright, so the very first thing that you got to come up with in character creation, which is, oh, shocker here, a freaking name. Let's move that out. Look at that. Got to come up with your character's name. Oh, I can't move over anymore. Okay. Well, this is the best I can show you guys for right now. I'm wondering, probably because I got too much, maybe I can back off about... There we go. Back off just a little bit. Alright, so you got your character's name. I'm going to use text editor, probably a bit bigger than that. Yep, that's perfect. So we're going to make a character, everybody, using this. So the first thing you got to do is come up with your character's name. And, for God's sakes, I need to be able to move this damn thing. There we go. And for those who figured out, yes, I'm actually using my screen name. Tabletop Junkie. Woot! Oh, hey, look at that, it's done. Alright, character type. It's gonna be called Primitive Screwhead. Alright, and let's see. My description, YouTube streamer. Woot woot. Alright. Maybe I should add my picture into this little section over here, but I'm not going to right now. There we go. Alright. So next thing that you can add a picture. It's not mandatory. You can draw yourself one. Me, personally, I like to add my own. So, whoops. Let's get this in. Alright, so now we got life points, drama points, and experience points. So we're going to fill this in. So under the primitive screwhead, it does have a list of points for you to do. We did the lowest of the low because I have not been exposed to the supernatural horrors yet. Which, once we do, we will start getting points and experience points to put into this character. So, for the primitive screwhead, the drama points actually does have a straight up points, and it's 20. Unfortunately, you won't know what the life points are until we put in some points here and everything else. Okay, so check, we got drama points. Okay, so under that, all right, so drama points is one of the last things that we deal with. But you can just put 20 right there for now. All right, so given that, we now have attribute points. Woot woot, attribute points. All right, so which you have so these are your attributes and your skills. And I'm wondering where Chris is at because he's not in my chat blowing it up. Probably totally forgot about it. So here's my attributes. All right, so I got 15 points that can go through the 6 of these. Really, which doesn't really help much because I think that's like, what is that? Like, I don't know. 15 divided by 6, like 2 points each. 2.5 points, so 2 times 6 is 12, so I got like 3 points left that can go anywhere. Well, I guess we can figure out what is my biggest aspect to myself and pick it. So, before we start writing anything in on here and make it permanent, I'm going to take a note of these on a separate sheet of paper, which when you're doing math, you can. So, easiest thing that you're probably seeing me doing is dividing it evenly, and then I got 3 major points, which basically is like, okay, what is my best quality, I guess. Or we could just bet from best to worst quality and, go from there. Well, I would say, it's from 1 to 5. So, choose your best qualities about yourself. I'm going to choose 3 of my best qualities right now. I'm quick on my feet. So that automatically gets 2 points. I'm very rarely at 6, so that's another 2 points. And I'm pretty smart, so another 2 points. Would say I'm perceptive and perception and willpower too. That one is actually a bit thing. I am very intelligent, but I do have a good perception and willpower. Well, I guess those would be my second best, right? While my strength probably isn't my best. Although I did work in construction for most of my life, so yeah. Go figure. Afternoon, are you going to stream on the system you're using for Ghostbusters? Oh, this isn't Ghostbusters. This is Army of Darkness. But we will stream on that one too, Colin. But that's a totally different situation. A totally different topic right now. So let's see what we got here. All right. So we'll say strength is right there. Big deal. All right. So I got, let's see, I used 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I got 6 points left. And I guess we could just... Could we up everything by 1? 3, 6, 9... Oh, I could do that. Huh. That is actually very workable. So, alright, let's fill these in. So I think I got my scores that I want. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, those are pretty good. Probably when I get more experience points, I probably would up my dexterity, constitution, or intelligence first. before I up anything else. But who knows? We'll figure out how all that works out later. All right, so now, though, that is how that works. So you add them up. So we got 2, 4, 6, and then 3, 6, 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So that equals 15 attribute points. That's what I get. All right. So next is going to be the qualities. You could also do the skill points next, and then do the qualities and drawbacks. So you're allowed to take up to 10 points in qualities, and you're allowed to take up to, you get 10 points put into qualities, and 10 points, you could do up to 10 points in drawbacks. The reason why you could do that is because if you take points and drawbacks, you can get those back in qualities or something else and hire something else up for having an excessive amount of drawbacks. So, we're just going to go with that because I'm not really changing any of these numbers. Alright, so the skill points that we get is 15. And these are our skills right here. So we have acrobatics, art, computers, crime, doctor, driving, /writing, getting medieval. So if you getting medieval, what that is. So pretty much some of these are very well self-explanatory, but getting medieval is the use of a sword or something from medieval times. Sword, bow and arrow, crossbow, that kind of stuff. Gun fu is guns, and kung fu is literally martial arts. So knowledge, languages, Mr. Fix-It, that's repairs. Notice, occultism, that is pretty much things to notice about occult items and even magic. Science, sports, and then if you have nothing else, wild card. Which you could put, like, people are like, well, why would we put points in wild card? Well, if you're trying to do something that doesn't fit in any of these categories, you could use the wild card. Which we might actually put some points into that because, yeah. So let's see. Sorry, missed the first 5 minutes. I'm guessing this is based on the Bruce Campbell film. Yes, it is. And then gonna get medieval on your arse. Yep. You get the joke there, Colin. You get it. All right. So we got 15 points. Well, I am naturally a computer whiz, so I am definitely going to be putting 2 points into computers. Yay. That's where we're going to start off there with that. I can definitely drive /ride, so I'm going to put 2 points into that as well. I'm decent at influencing people, or at least getting people to follow me. Like a natural born leader, so I'm going to say 2 points there. Let's see. And I'm a nerd, so we're going to do knowledge. And then, notice, I'm very perceptive, so we're going to do that as well. And let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And let's see, and wild card. Now, of course, these maxes, the max for character creation for any of these items, I think, is 5. I could be wrong, but it might be 5. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And if it is 5, I'm going to put 5 on the wild card. I might be able to do this. Let's see here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Nope. That isn't going to work either. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We'll say 12 here, and then I will choose some things that I think would be pretty halfway decent. Definitely getting 3 on that. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 3. Yeah, pretty much what it looks like for that as well. You know, I chose the top quality skills. So, you know, I'm not good at it. You know, I'm actually not a bad fighter. I just would not use Kung Fu for, I don't know. Maybe it's just not the ideal character I want to put out there. I'm actually not a bad fighter. I'm really good at that. But I don't want to talk about that because it's violence. It's not. I'm more like a guy who, you know, we can talk things out, but if we honestly can't, then yeah. You know, I'm going to defend my ground no matter what. So let's get these filled in here. Like I said, I filled them out on another thing. So should say YouTube streamer and hippie. Because I'm a bit of a pacifist, but I'm not really pacifistic. That's just the image I want to promote while on here. It's like, you know, leave the violence out. Leave the violence and the drama out. Alright, there we go. Okay, so, took care of that. So now we're down to the hardest part of the entire game. So, let me do some share here. Now, why does this make it the hardest part? Well, I will tell you guys. It makes it the hardest part to deal with at times because you're dealing with specifically I'm not sure how I feel about that being all the way out, so we're just gonna do it like right here. Okay. Alright, so what makes this side the hardest part to deal with, the qualities and the drawbacks? Well, that's because you get to choose your qualities and your drawbacks. Qualities and drawbacks are generally like special qualities about yourself that gives you bonuses towards certain attributes and skill rolls. So how the system works is you roll a d10, you add an attribute with the associated skill if there is one, and if you do have it, like say we have, well, I need to draw a painting really fast, and if not, I'm gonna die because we're in the middle of a game called Saw. So I gotta be really good at what I do. So dexterity would be like my thing, but I also have to have artist. Oh crap! I only have dexterity as a 3, so I'm a fast drawer, but it is, yeah. Drawback: a brainless moron. Oh, for God's sake! So yeah, you know, I can draw something pretty fast, but it ain't gonna look good with that art. I mean, I think the highest I can get is a 13, which, if you look at this page down here, so levels of success. So 13 is 3 levels of success. That barely makes it by 1, and that's if I score a 10. I need to see if 10s explode in this game. That would be actually pretty good. Wow. Yes, this game does encourage you to make up your own drawbacks as well. So, yeah. We ain't gonna, you know, you guys just gave me some good ideas, I guess. Alright, let's get the book out. We're gonna get the book out. We're gonna get the book out. Okay, so the book is not going to be premiered today because that's for you guys. I already showed off. I have the book, and I'm not going to show you what I'm looking at per se. That's for you guys to get the book for yourselves and follow along. Okay, so when you buy into a drawback, you can only buy up to, they had to put a limit on it so that way you're not buying into too many drawbacks. Because when you buy into drawbacks, you can actually use those drawbacks to change the value of one of your skills, or basically you could put it into another quality. For us, I'm going to basically put it probably into a skill that I don't have that might be useful, or I might put it into another quality. Like for instance, since my character is kind of like paraded around to be like a man of knowledge or at least a decent fighter, I might put 1 point into Kung Fu. Or I'm not much of an artist, but yeah. All right, so here we go. We're gonna look at some qualities here. We get 10 points in qualities to start off with. So, I found one here. I think this one will be good for me. So it starts off at 1 point per level, and you can have up to, I believe, 5 or... Actually, I think you can go up to 6 levels of it. Hang on a second. No. 5 levels is the max for anything. So I'm going to put in attractiveness. I find myself to be a very attractive person. But I'm not like overly attractive, so I'm only gonna take that into a 3 point account. So I'm gonna put attractiveness 3 points. There we go. So now I get a +3 anytime that my looks play into a positive situation. Something like that would probably be like a willpower charm roll or something like that, where my will is trying to overcome their will. Actually, what is that used for? A positive attractiveness helps when dealing with people of the right sex or sexual persuasion. Looking good might get you some sugar or convince fellow warriors to fight alongside it. It would be usually an influence roll. So that could be strength influence. Either strength influence or... Like, you could even choose the attribute. They just said it would be an influence roll of any kind. So, if you put strength with that, that's basically showing off your manliness. If you're trying to persuade someone to, like, persuade a lady, be all charming, I would say that would probably be a willpower influence, which that is a +2 and a +2 and a 3. So, like, that's like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, average roll for that would be a 5, which puts it at a 12. So that gives me like 2 levels of success on average. If I get a 10, that'd be a 17. That's for like 5 levels of success. That's like, yeah, I'm killing it. So, there we go. We used 3. I got 7 points of qualities to use. You know what? I have a pretty decent sized chin, so I'm going to take big chin, which helps me help someone else out, basically. And I can inspire people to be really good at something, which gives them, which if I succeed at and aspiring, they take a +10 on their next roll, depending on what it is. So, yeah, I'm an inspiring person. What are you doing? Getting a cookie? Shut up, Chris. Doubtful on that attractiveness. Oh, for God's sake. That's what I get for having people in the audience, I guess. And castrated by his ex-girl. Oh, for God's sake, yeah. Habsburg chin. It's a big chin, okay? Deal with it. I'm a very inspiring person. Thank you. Okay, I have 5 more points to spend. Oh my god, my girlfriend's even sitting here laughing at this one. I gotta hang out with some better people. Oh yeah. I have two more qualities that I think would be good. One is I do have insanely good luck sometimes. So I'm definitely taking at least like 3 into that. And see how that works out. And then fast reaction time, which is a 2-point quality. Ooh, I'm gonna have to like dull that down a little bit. Let's take that down to a 10. Now, some of these qualities are by per level. So let's see. Good luck is 1 point per level. Big chin is 1 point, 1 or 3 points. So there's big chin and really big chin. Oh, I messed that one up. Big chin has to be, let's see, 3, 6. Let's see. We're gonna have to go with. All right. So, oh God, I gotta. All right. Let's see here. We gotta go back a little bit. All right. So big chin. Has to be 1 point. Because there's only big chin and really big chin. So if you do the big chin quality, you're pretty decent, but it's like, okay, really big chin is better, but I don't want to spend it for 3 points. So it's either 1 or 3 points. It does specify in the book. So that's only 4. Fast reaction time is 2, so that's 6. And then, what else do we got here? Good luck. We're going to do it here. And we're going to put a 3 in that. So, make sure that we're not over it. Oh, no, I need to put 4 in that. Excuse me. Because we're under it. So, we're looking at 3, 4, 6, and 10. All right. Amen. There we go. Sounds similar to advantages and disadvantages in GURPS. It's exactly what that is. Exactly what that is. Well, we got some All right, let's get some drawbacks going. I'm allowed to take up to 10 points and some drawbacks. Let's see here. I am honorable. I can do 1 to 3 point drawback on that. Let's see. Let's do honorable. We're going to do 2 points simply in honorable. And let's see. So honorable is 1 to 3 points. So 3 means I'm serious about it. So this code of honor is more complex and applies to everyone, friend or foe. Your character always keeps his word and does his best to fulfill any promises he makes. He will not betray the trust of others once he has accepted it. He may have a reluctant to give his word, except in a good cause, at least good cause as he sees it. Because once it has been given, he will abide by it. This is a 2-point drawback. Whew, holy crap. Wow. Tell a girl, I'll save you. Jason Voorhees shows up. Fuck, I can't run away. Okay. You know what? We're going to leave it at that. Because now I have 2 points I can put into either another quality or a skill. So I'm at least going to put 1 point into this skill here. And then 1 point into my gung fu. Because I know how to use guns. There we go. Alright. May not save me in the end. May not save me in the end. Seemingly, the good looks would add the desire, by a lot of which would be distraction or annoyance. Fuck off, Chris. Jesus. Love you, though. Alright, so now it's time to get the life points together. So, you take your strength. So what you do is you take your strength, add it to your constitution together, times it by 4, and then plus 10. So, my strength is a 2, my constitution is a 3, times 4, that's a 20, plus 10. I have 30 life points. Woot woot! That sounds like something from a song. My stupid heart. Woo woo. No, I'm kidding. Good song, though. Good song there. There we go. 30 life points. I might actually be one of the toughest, strongest, probably screwhead that anyone's ever met. Because I bet you that's, like, close to... Because I think... Well, no, because I think... Like, if I was playing a hero class and I had more points, I would have been able to get more. So... not able to do that today. So, alright. So, we covered drawbacks and qualities. And thus, that is... us making a character. Look at that, everybody. Now, if you want, there is combat maneuvers, which is a bonus and base damage and stuff like that. To add that, you just got to go through the combat maneuver section and the rules section, which we will cover a little bit about that in a little bit. So, how does combat work in this game? Well, it's actually very simple. Drawback: unable to spell. Really? Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, will not let me use that. What? Really? It should... Why is it not... Huh. Okay. My OBS is doing something kind of funny, and it's really annoying already. Huh. Give me just a second, guys. I do apologize. Okay, yes. Why am I doing this is beyond me. Why are you doing this is beyond me. Yes. Why am I doing this is beyond me. Why are you? Alright, so I do apologize for that. I got to redock my chat bar. Okay. Okay. I don't know why that happened. So we had just had a glitch in OBS, so that was unrealistic. Alright, just had to type something in the chat. Alright, let's get on to some combat maneuvers here. Okay, so, combat can be found in Chapter 3 of the book. But this is basically the character creation. Very easily, very simple. So let's talk about how combat works. Combat is actually very easy. So, like, if you, basically, let me get into how to do an action. So when you do an action of any kind, a basic roll is a D10 plus an attribute with an associated skill. If that associated skill is at 0, then it's just the attribute that you add, which actually increases your chances of failure. There's a success table as you see over here. There is a success table. So if you roll a total of 9 or 10, it's 1 success level. 11 or 12, it's 2. 13 and 14, it's 3. 15 and 16, it's 4. So maybe I will show you guys a bad guy that I'm working on that I've decided to add. So generally bad guys would have stuff like muscle, combat, and brains. So if you're doing something against their physical abilities, it would be muscle. If you're defending against an attack, or if they're defending against you, it would be against their combat. And if you're trying to outsmart them, it'll be their brains. So very simple, very simple. So a simple attack is simply this. Let me see here. Let me scroll up to the skills. I gotta resize this again. Gotta do a lot of that. We need a bigger page, or I just maybe need to do something where I'm not so much on the screen share. But it makes it for a hard time. All right, here we go. So I want to punch someone in the face, okay? And I want to punch them really hard. Not necessarily really quick. Just like you stole those Egyptian artifacts. Haha. Okay, funny. Just really hard. So that would be strength plus kung fu, which I only have a 3 in, right? So you roll a d10, all right? And I'm going to actually roll on a digital dice roller. As soon as I can pull it up. Okay, so my total is going to be 2 and 1, so it's a plus 3. So I get to roll a d10. Joking on the serious note, they are probably safer with... Oh, boy. So I rolled a d10, and I got a 9, which is... which according to... Where's my page for? Right here. Which according to this is 1 success level. Well... let's see here. Let me pull up my character that I'm actually talking about, and I will show this one off later, so you guys might like him. All right, so to defend against him would be a combat. It would be an 11. So I failed by 1 whole success level. So I got a 9 to succeed, you actually have... So here's how this works. The attacker has to beat the odds, when the defender only has to tie or beat the odds. In this case, the defender beated me because I needed an 11 and I got a 9. Okay, so in order for me to beat the odds, I can do the same success level or just a higher number, or I can go one above. What I mean by that is, this is where drama points come in. Okay, I failed by 2, but I actually failed by 3 because I got a 9. And the defender already had a combat of what you called an 11. So, in order for the attacker to win, I actually have to get a 12 or higher. So, I have to spend 3 drama points to succeed, or I could spend 4 drama points to get 13 and succeed by 1 success level. Now, when you succeed at 1 success level, you get to add that to your damage. Now, if, let's say for instance, let me tell you how this works. I punched him in the face. Okay, so I just did a simple punch, right? And I'm going to spend, I don't want to spend 4 drama points, I want to spend 3. Okay, I spend 3, I got 2 success levels. And the defender was at 11, which is also 2 success levels. That means I don't get to add my success levels to my damage. So a simple punch just gotta get to the punching part here. It says a simple punch here is your dexterity versus kung fu. Huh. So I don't know what it would be for the other way. They do a lot of dexterity. I'm not sure why we don't use strength for that one. Usually a lot of people use strength. So that would be 3 and 1. So that would be a 4. So let me change that on my thing. It's weird that they tell you how a punch works when... So, alright, so I got a 10. So if I spend 2 drama points and get a 12, I don't get to add the success because it was 2 successes and I needed 2 or more successes. Now, the only way you could break even is if the score of what you're doing is only within that success range. So for me to have an 11, I have to get 12 or better. So I have to be at the edge of the 2 successes. That's basically what that means. That's a bit confusing, but the GM should be able to know that. So, you go to the damage, okay? So, the damage for this is 2 times the strength points of damage for bashing. Enough said. Alright, so my strength is 2 times 2. I did 4 points of damage. That's it. Now, that's only if I spend 2 drama points just to beat the opposition. If I spend 3 drama points and get 3 success levels, okay, and I only needed 2, what you do there is you take 3 minus 2, that's 1. So then, what do? Well, I succeeded at 3, my success levels was a 3. His was only a 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Alright. So then I go to back over there. I have to add my strength. I get to take 2 times my strength score, which is also 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. I do 5 points of damage. You get to add your success levels to the damage. Now, if I wanted to go hurt this person really, really badly, I could spend 5 drama points and get 4 success levels, which is very good. Which would be 5 success. It would be 4 success levels, 5 points above what I scored, but only 4 there. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So then we go back to it. You take 2 times it by the strength score, which is also 2. 4 plus 2, 6 points of damage. So, yeah, totally. Yeah, it did a lot of damage, right? Not really. Especially when this person is probably Jason. We'll just say Jason Voorhees. You know, not really that great. So, yeah. And weapons tend to be a bit more. So, yeah, that is simple doing that. Let's see here. Let's get some weapons here. Okay. So, yeah. I did 6 points to Jason Voorhees. Big freaking deal. That's it. Jason Voorhees has a couple things onto him. Now, here's the issue with going against Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees has 3 things working on his side. 3 qualities, or what we call special abilities for the bad guys. He has damage resistance, which takes my damage and divides it in half. So I only did 3 points of damage to him. So he drops from 250 life points down to 247. Oh, what? He's strong. He has what you call unnatural toughness. Unnatural toughness is actually roughly about 2.5%. Basically takes what he would have as regular character or his base. Like his base life points would be 90, and then times it by 2.5. Times it by 2.5, you get 250. This is also for the GM when he creates these beings to change on his own as well. So I try to keep it towards some form of mechanical reframe, where some people may not. So, but Jason gets to attack me now. So Jason's basic attack would be his basic form of attack would be like 11 or something like that. You would basically use combat to strike me. So let's go back to the main weapon here. And he's going to strike me with, I think his score is, it's a machete. So let me see what his score is. It says here the score would be 16, but let's figure out how he gets that. And actually, to do one better, I am going to open up Jason in my paint program. As soon as I hit File, Save As, and do Tabletop Junkie. I did a simple punch. He's going to do something cool and kick ass. Okay, so Jason Voorhees, everybody. So he's down to 2. So he's got 5 drama points, by the way. Just because he's the bad guy. He's not supposed to have a lot. Alright, so Okay, let me see how he comes up with that. Do apologize for the long pause. I was just looking at something. And in this one, they're called critters. So, hang on 1 second. All right, 82. Oh, here we go. Okay, context of strengths. Things like tackles, breaking free from grapples and holds, strangulation, similar to force brute. Okay, so that's muscle. So, yeah, it will be combat. So, Jason has a combat of 11. And I got to do a simple dexterity dodge. Or something like that. Let's see, what is a dodge? A dodge maneuver. Like, you could add these maneuvers in here, and they tell you how to do them and how to come up with the numbers for them. Okay, so dodge. This is where the hero ducks, dives. Dodging hand-to-hand combat can be done once per turn without penalty. Dodging missile attacks suffers a -2. If there is no available cover, the missile -4. Use a roll of dexterity and the highest appropriate skill: acrobatics, getting medieval, or kung fu, or just a combat score. Okay, so in our case, I gotta pull up my character again. Alright, so in our case, I can use acrobatics, which is 0. I can use getting medieval, which is 0. Or I can use kung fu, which is 1. Dexterity plus 1, so it's a 4. Okay, so alright, so we get to roll again. So against the bad guy, we get to roll again. Because this is like an act of opposition. So it is a 4. What is it, 3 and 4? Yeah, okay, so here we go. Alright, so I got to roll a 1d10. Wow, an 11. Okay, so here's the shitty part about the 11. I matched his combat score. Jason's combat score is an 11. Okay, so I succeed, but that's before Jason rolls. Okay, so Jason gets the roll, and he gets an 11. That's how he works with that one. Alright, so here we go. And he gets a 13. Alright. So the way I understand this works is I have an 11, he gets a 13, which he already succeeded by 1. So he gets to add the machete to, he gets to add whatever he was trying to do. I think we were going to go with the machete, so let's figure out how the score for machetes work. Pretty sure it's probably... Alright. Musket, polearms, rifles. Nope. Oh, here we go. Swords. I have no armor, sadly. Okay, so let's see where weapons are at in here. Help me, I'm gonna die by Jason Voorhees. So Kung Fu equals unarmed, Kung Fu equals range, getting medieval is melee. Yep, pretty much. Let's see here. Appendix 223. Be very careful with this book here. Here we go. I feel like Jason would have getting medieval knowledge, notice, and wild card. Yeah, except when it comes to critters, so a critter card is actually, they don't use skills at all. Their skills are all what they get to use in medieval combat. Actually covers all of those. Sounds like Brenda from Scary Movie. Yeah, thank you. Mind you, if I was going toe to toe with Jason, he has a muscles of 26. That's superhuman strength. A combat score at 11, basically, as they put it in here, a warrior. This is a combat score of your typical freshly dug skeleton or a normal human with some training. And then brains, 10. Your average Joe. Oh, here we go. We got some weapons right here. Let's see. That's not weapons. Here we go. So the strength score for Jason is 10 plus 1 times 5. No. 10 plus 1. That's 11 times 5. That's 55. Where do they get 45 for that? Maybe if it's a regular sword, 4 times your strength, which is 40 plus... Oh. Huh. If two-handed. Well, 45 is good. They actually tell you in the book how they come up with that. I think that score should be edited, so yeah. Alright, so Jason's score is a 16. So I'm wondering how they come up with the scores in critters. Maybe we should check that out while we're here. I thought I had that licked down, but it looks like I am a little confused. How do you come up with scores? I think that would be under combat maneuver scores. Because the combat maneuver scores is basically everything you'll add to it. So, going back to Ash's rules, that's what they call it. Ash rules. Okay, let's see here. Maybe they already start off with a 10, which would make sense. No, it doesn't, because his dexterity is only 5. That is weird how they come up with that. Hang on, we'll figure out how they come up with that. Righteous Fury. Woo! Combat maneuvers. Here we go. Combat maneuvers listed on each player's character sheet provides all the diverse ways that the cast members can inflict pain. Damages to this more on 96. But it doesn't tell you how to come up with how they come up with the bonus for it. Unless the bonus for it would be, like, say, for instance, dexterity plus kung fu. Oh, that's how they would do it. His combat's 11. So that would be a dexterity plus 11, 26. Grapple would be strength. So 20. I don't know how that 26 works. I really don't know how that 26 works. Because he's got 26 there, but a grapple, which is strength, says here 18. But he's got a 26 muscle. I guess we'll have to look more into that. Anyway, we're just going to do a simple roll here. Okay. So, like I said, we did a simple roll. I got 11. He got a 13. Big whoop. Except he's attacking me with his machete. So, that should be straight up 16. Which gives him an 18. Unless we don't roll for it. That's very likely we don't roll for it, which means you know, if he's going to attack with machete, that means the GM doesn't roll for it. We got to roll against it. For that as well. Well, Jason is supernaturally empowered. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Actually, that's something I'm going to probably answer for you guys too, to see if we got to roll for it. I assumed the bad guys do, you know, the GM does roll, but if not, then that means I got to roll against a 16. I'm gonna say his attack is gonna be a machete. He's got a 16. I got to roll against that, and then that means I failed because I only got 11. So 16 is that, and I got 11. Okay, which means in order for me to do that, I have to tie with it. As the defender, I only have to tie with him. I don't have to beat him. So that which spares me another 5 more freaking points. I think, for the sake of argument, we're going to say we already spent, 10, 11, 12. So I already spent 3 points, so I'm down to 17, and then I got to do another 5, so 12 drama points. Eventually, the guy's going to get you. Because if I take the hit now, the base damage, as per the book, is 45. Well, my character only has 30 life points. I am dead. And that's that, folks. Simple as that. Let me answer a few questions here. One question is how do you come up with the combat maneuver bonus? And I'm gonna research that online real quick. So yeah. What do you think, Chris? Something that you guys might be definitely like interested in, knowing that you cannot win. Alright, let's see what we got here for combat maneuvers. How do we come up with these said bonuses? A spin kick. Well, let's see. My dodge bonus is dexterity plus any appropriate skill. So that's only like a 4. Huh. Crazy. Well, let's see here. Let's go to the director's. I think there's more in the director's cut. Let's go to the back of the book, because you can always find more stuff in the back of the book. Good guys have to win sometimes. Huh? Can I reprogram the computer? I don't believe in non-win situations. But that's the point of horror. You're not supposed to win. You know, not all the time. Alright, let's see here. Combat maneuver table. 230 and 231. Oh, right here. Alright. I think that's basically what that score is rolling the basics. Let me see what a grapple comes up with. Dexterity plus Kung Fu plus 2. Oh, okay, cool. So Dexterity for Jason, which is 5, plus Kung Fu, which would be combat, that would be 16, plus 2, 18. Oh, that's how that score comes up with. Okay. So a machete, which is a sword, or melee attack, however you want to cut that. Melee weapons. Dexterity plus Getting Evil or combat score. So Dexterity, which is a 5, plus combat, which is 16. And that's it. Oh, that's how they come up with that. Huh. Back in the book is easier. Way easier. So it's a grapple. Dexterity plus Kung Fu plus 2. Oh, okay. No, that's how. Nice. Okay. Just don't get in a tug of war with him, because according to the book, if you just get in a simple tug of war, that's basically his muscles versus the dexterity, or versus your muscles. His muscles is 20 freaking 6, people. There ain't no way we're gonna win that. All right, so figured out how to come up with the score. It's basically listed in the back of the book on page 230, 231. All the stuff is there, a little bit more cleaner than the rest of the book. I should actually do something on that one. Now the next thing is, how does criticals work? If you roll a 10, does it explode? That is a very good question, which nobody asked. But I'm going to cover it anyway, because that's a question for me. Love how this turns out. Let's see here. That would probably be simply rolling dice. So I'm going to go back up to the beginning of the book. Alright, here we go. The very beginning. Roll modifiers to roll or not to roll. Well, hang on. Here's another question. Huh. It does not. It appears it does not. Nope, it does not. So, yep, that answers that. So I did check the book. Nope, if you roll a natural 10, it does not count as a reroll. So this definitely makes well for best horror game. I know the Witch King probably has enjoyed a little bit of this if he has caught this, because it's like basically this system has been trying to get me into for years. So yeah, definitely something I'd definitely get into myself. So yeah, in order for me to succeed against that, that's basically a one-hit kill for me. It's like, oh no, unless I got some armor. Armor would reduce the damage, but I don't think I could get it. I would need enough armor to reduce it by 15, more than 15 points. So yeah, that would be hard. So this is definitely fitting for a horror and like you not going up against an enemy, so, or a super strong enemy. So, oh, what is this one? Oh no! Wait, is that my other one? Oh hey, that's Tabletop Junkie. Who died? A tragic death. Definitely I had like 17 points left, so I wouldn't have died that easily. I probably would have gotten away with some shit. So, recommend using up the drama points, because you never rebuild those. Like, if you go from one session to another, they never come back unless you can expend experience points for it. So that's the other thing. So once drama points are gone, they are gone. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought for a second this was a Star Trek RPG. Really? No. This is Army of Darkness, man. It says so in the title. So, yeah. It says so in the title. Alright, well, that is everything I have for today. Like I said, just wanted to go through that. Not very too exciting. Um, Not very too exciting, I know. But I just wanted to get this out of the way because we are going to host, I am going to be hosting a game for this about 7 weeks away from Halloween. Because I am bringing back what you call a remake of the legendary Slasher 7, which I will be showing that off to a few people, and I will be working on a few things for myself. Considering that, I need to get some some party members together, and see who all wants in on that. So, my first name that I'm going to toss in, because Spartacus is a fan of Jason Voorhees, I want to toss in him along with maybe Jace and a few other people. I want to get like whole parties of whole crews together to see like those who've never played tabletops and see how well they fare in this tabletop session. I want the horror of what they're going to go through look as real as possible. So, some ideas. Other than that, that's all that I have at this time. I want to say for everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, and you have a great and wonderful day. Once again, work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. Have a great and wonderful day.